De Guzman, Jorge.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down discussing the new sneak peek promo trailer for Season 5, Episode 9 of Better Call Saul, Bad Choice Road. Major warning is spoilers for everything up to Episode 508, and let's jump right into this. But quick sidebar, this video would have been up a few days ago, but I had a few copyright issues for my 508 review, so that video is up now though, it's all good, check it out if you haven't yet, and thank you to everyone who has, it's getting amazing support. But because I had to re-render that video out like 10 times until it was acceptable for YouTube, my video schedule has been pushed back a few days, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
$7 million?
Yep.
So the sneak peek doesn't really show anything too crazy, but it does elaborate on what we saw in the promo trailer, along with showing some more comedy that this season is so good for. So the trailer shows Jimmy walking into the cashier for Bond's place, and as you can see, he does have to pay the full $7 million, not just 10%. Some of you were saying how Lalo should only pay 10%, which is $700K, which is the same amount that Gus lost to the Dead Drops. So that would be a clever way of getting Lalo to pay back an equal amount, but how could have Gus set up that amount with the judge? It seems like he just went off of that on a whim because of how severe the charges were. So I feel like Saul would have known if it was only 10%, and since the charges were so severe and he put an emphasis on that, then yeah, it's $7 million. That's the whole point of it. The whole point is that Saul needed to get a large sum of money for Lalo, enough so that he'd probably get jumped for it in the desert. I'm not saying that $700,000 isn't a lot of money, but $7 million is definitely just blowing that out of the water as far as dramatic effect it goes. Also, apparently there's something that the judge said where you do need to pay back the full $7 million and not just 10%, but I'm not too sure. You guys can battle that out in the comments. Was this an error in the writer's room, or did they really need to pay the full $7 million, not just 10%? Moving on, is this the same day as when he got back into town with Mike? It looks like he's wearing the same white shirt that he was from in the promo trailer when he's sitting with him at a truck stop. I assume that they just get back into civilization, buy new clothes at the beginning of the episode, and then they get Saul to drop off the money before they go home. You'd think that they want to go home or to a hotel and have a shower, at least look somewhat presentable, but they also probably just want to get rid of the money as quickly as possible before something else can happen to it. So Jimmy walks in and says that he has his bond for Jorge de Guzman and waits for the cashier to look him up. She looks at him and says $7 million in a really condescending way, as if she's saying, "Really? Are you kidding me?" And then Jimmy throws the duffel bags up on the counter with all that money. Now apparently she has to accept this, but just the fact that it's all cash makes it pretty obvious that it's a drug dealer. Now I'm not too sure, and that's why I'm asking you guys, shouldn't Jimmy get red flagged for this? Isn't there anything that she can do if she's suspicious of it being drug money? And this is where the sneak peek ends, but we got a few more clips of this scene in the office from the promo trailer. At first the office is pretty empty, just completely as we see from the sneak peek, but in the promo trailer Jimmy changes that. All the cashiers are shown to be counting out the full $7 million, and even the prosecutor walks in and stares directly at Jimmy, obviously not impressed. I assume that the clip of him talking to Oakley in the hallway of the courthouse is a future day explaining how Lalo or de Guzman got off with his $7 million. But the thing is this just for the fact that Saul was able to bring in the money to pay off the bond, or is this discussing the fact that Lalo or de Guzman might have skipped town? Since Lalo is using a fake name, the second he gets out on bond, he's going to skip town and disappear. This is Gus's plan because he wants him out of jail and back south of the border so that he can arrange an accidental death so that Lalo can die without it looking like it's Gus's fault. But as far as Saul goes, this looks really bad for him. He gets Lalo out with $7 million on a fake name, and then Lalo runs away and disappears. Won't they go and question de Guzman's fake family that was shown in court? I assume that they have some sort of excuse prepared for them, but still, this is crazy, and Saul could get in a lot of crap for this. We obviously know that Saul works as a lawyer in Breaking Bad, so nothing terrible happens to him because of all of this, but is there something that he has to do to get out of it that we've yet to see, or is this just purely his image and him being embarrassed? Because if he's just not embarrassed and just doesn't care, then it won't affect him. But if he can actually get into some legal trouble, that I'm really interested in. Couldn't Saul get into trouble for this somehow, or at least get blamed for it? Let me know what you guys think think down below. I'm just really nervous for Saul with the outcome of this situation. It seems like he's going to be taking the blame for everything. Is he going to get Kim more involved than she already is? We're already worried about her. I'm just worried about everyone in this show. It seems like the show creators have done an amazing job at making me care for their characters. And I can't believe that we still have 2 episodes left. That last episode was so amazing, it felt like either the second last episode or the season finale. So as far as I'm concerned, these 2 episodes are just a bonus for me. I mean, I get the whole, yeah, it's still 10 episodes a season, but that last episode was so amazing that it could have acted as the season finale. They could have ended it right there and I wouldn't be mad. Now, obviously, we have a lot of story going on this season, so it's good that we're getting 2 episodes. I'm glad that we are. We still have a lot of things that we need to wrap up. Realistically, episode 508 didn't wrap up too much as far as the story goes. It was just awesome in general, so these next 2 episodes will hopefully conclude a lot of what we've been wondering throughout the season. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything that I've said today, and if you're new here, just haven't yet already, subscribe and hit that bell notification thing for updates on when I post new content on Better Call Saul. I'm thinking my next video is going to be discussing how Kim met Lalo, but I also want to do a video about Mike discussing his death and how that relates to his fate in Breaking Bad, so if you have any theories about that or any discussion, feel free to leave that in the comments below. I might use it for a future video, but as always, I thank you guys all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!